Coach with your September forecast for Numerologist.com. And I am so happy to be back after a 2-month hiatus. You might have noticed that the last 2 months have been very, very busy with life things. It's one of those times when you just think you have your plans and then life has other plans, right? So you may have noticed that in July and August, especially during that eclipse season in July, that you were just like dealing with unexpected situations. And August was a time of integration. So since these eclipses are in this Capricorn Cancer opposition, we've all been dealing with this balance between our work, our career, our ambitions, and family responsibilities. So a lot of people have had a lot of family responsibilities that they've had to deal with for the past couple of months at least. And that's all part of the divine plan, because right now there is energy aligning in the universe to help you prioritize your life, to help you prioritize what's important in your life, such as your body, your mind, your spirit, your health, and your loved ones. And so there's this rebalancing of what your ambitions are. But it's kind of interesting because right now in September, the focus is more a little bit on your ambitions, but also your well-being, because you've been doing so much for so many other people the past few months at least. And now is your time to really take care of yourself. We are in Virgo season. I love Virgo season. Happy birthday to my fellow Virgos out there. This is a very Virgo season. We've got lots of Virgo, and we have a lot of earth signs right now. So in addition to the Saturn and Pluto that we've had all year, and we're going to have next year really intensely, in Capricorn, which is an earth sign, which is really a lot too about ambition and career, we have a lot of planets in Virgo, personal planets. So our sun is in Virgo for the majority of the month, and the personal planets, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, in Virgo throughout most of the month. So a lot of your personal consciousness and your attention has to do with Virgo things. So someone who is very Virgo myself, I could tell you a little bit about this from personal experience, but also from a general astrological standpoint. Virgo is very much about the body and about health. And it's also about your service in the world, how you bring your gifts in the world and how you communicate those gifts. Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. So even though it's an earth sign, it's a mutable earth sign. So it's very much about changing and transformation, and Mercury's quick, right? There's a quickening whenever Mercury is involved. And Mercury, which is also going to be in Virgo this month, so there's just a whole lot of that going on. Mercury is about communication and your mind. So your mind is going to be very active this month, but it's important to have your mind focus on the right things. Because if you're not focusing on what these planets are teaching you to focus on this month, you're going to wind up just having a head full of neuroses and like your mind will be racing. So Virgo is very much about tuning into your body, taking care of your body and your daily routines. So this is very much a month where you're going to want to change your daily routines and make them more in service to you, make them more healthy for you. So really keep an eye out for your diet. It's a perfect month to clean up your diet. And because the mind is racing and Virgo is very much about the body, this is a wonderful time to really do some physical exercise to keep up with your body, right? Because you don't want your mind racing and your body being lethargic. So it's really important that you exercise, that you take care of yourself. And when you exercise, this is about creating routines that you can keep, routines that are going to help you in the long run. So when you're changing your routine for exercise, don't necessarily just think about what would be good for you. You really need to feel it. So if there's exercise that's more fun for you, that you know that you can keep up with every day, or exercise that's easier for you to start with, that you can keep up with every day to create these better, healthy daily habits, that's going to be much better for you than if you just think something's good for you and then you don't want to do it, because then you're just going to trip yourself up. So it's and your diet, make these little changes. This energy right now is very much about day by day changing your habits, changing your daily routine. It's very much an energy of patience. There's so much earth energy between the Virgo and the Capricorn that we have. And earth is this, it's really yin. It's very slow. It's not fire or air, which is really fast. Like I said, even though Virgo's ruled by Mercury, there's that slowing down and connecting with nature. All this earth is really to help you connect more with the natural world. So anything you can do this month to connect with the natural world and connect with your natural rhythms and connect with your true nature, what's truly inside of your heart, is really going to be beneficial for you. Now, there's also some soul healing happening this month because Saturn, which is known as the Lord of Karma, is going direct after being retrograde since April. Now, whenever a planet is retrograde, the focus is internal and reflective. And whenever it goes direct, there's a forward movement, right? So Saturn being the Lord of Karma, the Lord of time, the Lord of discipline, the Lord of personal boundaries. When Saturn is direct, so you've been reevaluating what that means for you since what your foundations are, the structures of your life, since it went retrograde in late April. And now it's time to put those boundaries, put those structures, put those routines into place. So everything about this month is also about putting new routines and structures into place. But there's this karmic healing to this as well, because Saturn, which is the Lord of Karma, is going to be conjunct the South Node in Capricorn. South Node is all about your karma. So there's this meeting of these karmic energies as Saturn's going direct, right? So there's this sense of liberation and realization. And while we have all this intense, amazing Mercury just lighting up your consciousness, to bring your consciousness to the patterns that you've kept in your life that are unhealthy for you or limiting you, so that you can create new structures, so that you can liberate yourself. So it's really important that you bring your consciousness to your subconscious, that you use all of this Mercury energy, this light that Virgo, which is the purifying sign. Virgo is the sign of discernment. Virgo is actually, this doesn't sound very glamorous, but Virgo in astrology governs the digestion. So, and the goddess Virgo helps separate the chaff from the wheat. So it's like what's nourishing for me and what is being let go of, right? So this is a wonderful month to bring your light of consciousness onto those aspects of your life which are no longer nourishing for you, which are weighing you down. All the weeds of your life. It's a really wonderful time to weed your spiritual garden so that you can heal your body, your mind, and your soul. So it's a very powerful month. This is also a month where we have absolutely no planetary retrogrades and no retrograde shadows. So while we have all these planets in Virgo, which is about service, remember, and like how you share your gifts in the world to benefit the greater good, there's no retrogrades. October, there's no retrogrades either, but we do start feeling the shadow of Mercury retrograde. This is like the month where it's just all systems go. But again, pace yourself, because that's one of the lessons of Virgo, is to be slow and patient and steady, Virgo and Capricorn, because that earth energy is yin and nourishing. So you have to figure out how to do this, especially with that Capricorn Cancer South Node, North Node dichotomy, with our South Node in Capricorn, which is all about ambition, opposing our North Node, which is teaching you, in Cancer, which is teaching you about nurturing and enjoying the loved ones in your life. So this is a really wonderful time to reflect on that, to be very active about how you're managing your daily routine so that they benefit you and your lifestyle. Now, in numerology, September 2019 is a double 3 month, because 2019 is a 3 universal year, and September 2019 is a 3 universal month. So basically, like, the lessons around communication and expression and being direct and sharing what's in your heart, they're going to be amplified this month exponentially. So what you need to do is really pay attention to what is going on inside of you, because 3 is all about expressing yourself. It's literally associated with the mouth. It's also associated with laughter and joy and humor and smiling. So that's definitely one of the keys to getting through this month, is to laugh and to smile and to enjoy the journey, right? So since the 3 is associated with the mouth and speaking, it's a wonderful time to be writing things down and communicating and expressing yourself from the heart. So I have 3 action steps to help you navigate this highly potent time. So your first action step is to take action to build your dreams. Now, you actually don't need to finish building your dreams now, but it's a wonderful time to start things. Virgo is extremely practical energy. This is about, all this earth energy is tangible, it's practical, it's material. So what you want to do is, if there's any plans that you have to make your life better, to make your health better, come up with a really concrete action plan. Start writing things down, because Mercury loves to write things down, right? Mercury is all about communication and writing and speaking. So the more you communicate what it is that you want, the more that you verbalize it, give voice to it, start dreaming it, start planning it, and start coming up with ideas, then you have more grounding for you to take action on it. So as much of that as you can do this month will really, really benefit you in the long run, especially with all this Capricorn energy that we're going to have through the rest of the year and to 2020. So once again, be patient with yourself as you're building your dreams, but as long as you're building them step by step, as long as you start creating, as long as you start getting this out of your mind, through your heart, and out into the world in some way, you're going to do great. Now, your second action step is to communicate what's been buried in your heart. We all suppress our emotions in some way. I mean, I really feel that spiritual bypassing is something that almost all of us do a lot, actually. So what I mean by spiritual bypassing is, we have an idea of the kind of person that we want to be, the kind of loving, forgiving, happy, positive person that we all want to be and aspire to. However, sometimes what that means is that we keep things inside. We suppress our emotions. Like, let's say you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. You don't say something, you don't communicate to them. That in the long run is actually going to create a karmic imbalance between both of you, and those feelings buried inside of you need an outlet. Let's say that you're uncomfortable with emotions such as fear or jealousy or anger or sadness, and you just moved on in your life because either you didn't have the tools to process them at the time they happened, or you felt embarrassed about them, or you felt you were going to be judged. These are inside of you now. Creative forms are inside of you too. There's creativity waiting to be expressed within you. So maybe you have a poem inside of you, or painting, or dance, or book, or blog, whatever it is that's been inside of you that you haven't given expression to. This is an extraordinarily powerful month to express that, with the double 3s, with the Mercury, with the karmic cleansing that the Saturn and the South Node are bringing you. So there's incredible liberation that's going to happen when you express what's inside of you. It is going to open up your cup to be filled with the universal blessings. So as you release yourself from all of this that's been buried inside of you, that's been longing to be communicated, that's been longing to be shared, then you're going to feel so free and amazing opportunities will come to you. You might not even know what they are, so it might be helpful for you to journal. Just journal every day or every night or whenever you're feeling anxious or emotional in some way. Just write down your thoughts and feelings and see what comes to you. Any way that you can get your emotions from your heart out expressed into the world. Now, your third step for this month is to listen to the messages of your body. Your body speaks your mind. Your body actually is holding all of your trapped emotions. So there's a lot of times when we don't realize things with our conscious mind. And our body communicates to us what our subconscious is thinking. So you've probably had those moments in your life where you were rushing and then you get sick or you get into an accident or you were doing too much and then you have to slow down because you got sick or whatever, right? And there's ways that your body communicates to you when you walk into a room, when you meet certain people. Do you feel anxious? Do you feel happy? Do you feel elated? Do you feel expansive? It's really, really important that you listen to your body's messages. How does your stomach feel? Does your chest tighten? All of those things are messages for you. And as you learn to communicate with your body, that is one of your major intuitive tools that you have that can guide you on your path toward happiness and well-being and health. So listen to your body, listen to those intuitive messages in your body, and honor your body. Whatever shape you have, whatever form you have, whatever disharmony in your body you're experiencing, this is the vessel of your soul. So give your body love and thank your body for getting you through this incredible journey called life. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Now, if you have, please share it with your friends. I'm sure they will appreciate you for it. And I am wishing you the most spectacular, splendid September and beyond. Lots of love. Bye for now.